Hello and welcome back to Shelf Center. This is Bryce. Thanks so much for stopping by. Thanks for liking and subscribing. If this is something you've been enjoying, you never know, it could happen. Well, we've got a book haul, and it's a pretty special one because it's got one of my favorite books, release series of all time. Actually, some of my favorite books of all time because that's what it is. We've got our Malazan reveal. I'm going to do that at the end, and I'll have it timestamped below so that you can go right to it if you want to and don't want to worry about the Kindle and audiobooks that I've gotten as well. But anyway, I wanted to do this book haul. Apparently, I got a bunch of books again. How does this keep happening? What is my problem? I have issues. All right, let's jump into the Kindle books that I got. All right, first things first, I got The God's Blood Tragedy by Bill Adams. This is one of those where it was being offered, I think, for free on Twitter or /X, and it looks kind of cool. And so why not? There you go. That's what more do I really need from that? Then I happened to feature Von Roycroft on the channel because he finished this trilogy, but I grabbed The Severing Son when I did that. And then he reached out and offered to get me the copies of them, but I was like, hey. So I'm always happy to support independent published books where I can. And even if it is just featuring in a book haul, sometimes that's all I have the time for. But The Severing Son by Von Roycroft, it looks really good. This series, if it even remotely matches these wonderful covers, I just love the covers, then I think it'll be awesome. So, and I have heard really good things about this trilogy so far. So anyway, I'm excited. I think I'll have to put it up higher. Then I grabbed Elegy of a Fragmented Vineyard by Caden Love. I've been Twitter /X friends with Caden Love for some time, and I for some reason never picked up his book, so I apologize for that. But anyway, now I have. I am looking forward to reading it, and there you go. All right, then on audiobooks, there was a deal. So, and then I found just some free ones. So let's go with the free ones first, which means they might no longer be free and then be locked out soon anyway, and then I won't be able to read them anyway, so we'll see if I can get to these. But first things first, I got Shadows of Ivory by Bryce O'Connor and T.L. Graylock. It's read by Kate Redding, who again has the best name for reading audiobooks, clearly, of Michael Kramer and Kate Redding fame, I believe. But I've always heard lots of great things from Bryce O'Connor. He's essentially the guy behind Wraithmarked Books, who do just like amazing special editions, Kickstarters, those kinds of things, but also just publishes his own work and publishes it's like a smaller press, I think is how I understand it. But they've got, like Daniel Green's kind of been involved with them, so it does quite well for itself, and I figured might as well finally read something by the author with my namesake that I have actually been confused for, and I was like, hey, I'm not the one that has even any talent. I just do YouTube channels. I just talk about the books that are good from the talented people. I am not the one with the talent. All right, then I grabbed Legacy of the Brightwash, Crystal Matar, read by Paul Woodson and Felicity Monroe. Again, this is an indie published book that has just been around. That's like a lot of people love it, so I'm excited to see what all the fuss is about. Then I grabbed Rise of the Ranger by Philip C. Quintrell. I think, was it Mike? Mike's Book Reviews started these. It's read by Stephen Brand, but I think Mike just started these and is enjoying them. Again, another indie published book series, and there's quite a few in there. So very cool. Why not? And then in final of the freebies that are on Audible, but then suddenly aren't when it's usually about you're midway through it, I found, and then they're like, actually, this is no longer going to be available in 3 days. No. It's not usually that bad. They usually give you some like a month notice, but I tend to not be on the ball is the problem. So I got then Induction, Welcome to the Multiverse by Sean Oswald, read by Travis Baldry. I love Travis Baldry's audiobook narration. I heard he's a good author too. But anyway, there's a couple more on that list. But this is another, I went down a rabbit hole on Lit RPG, and so that's another Lit RPG. But then I kind of started it after the latest, what was it? the latest dungeon crawler book that I read, and I was probably too much lit RPG in that moment. So I took a step back. I didn't get very far, but I was like, I don't know if I can do another one. I need to finish or at least catch up on my DCC, and then maybe go to something else, because I'm all in on that world. I don't know if I have headspace for more lit RPG that won't like screw things up in my head. Anyway, speaking of Soulsmith and Black Flame, I grabbed as well. I realized I did not actually have them. I think they were like these types of freebies at the time. I made sure to get those by Will White. I already read the Cradle series. I just wanted to keep them. I'll get them all. I'm a completionist, I guess. I have all 12 now, I believe, on ebook and on audiobook, just in case. My son's read them like 5 times, so he's been enjoying the ebooks, and then I'm the one that does the audiobooks, so it's been good. And it was fun. We actually just read Threadlight a little bit together, and it was fun just to geek out a little bit over, finally, because I was able to catch up to him in a way by reading it at the same time as him. All right, then I grabbed The Crew by Sadir S. Samir. This is read by Tim Page, and this is one I've had on Kindle. I bought it on Kindle when it first came out, and then I realized, oh my gosh, where does the time go? I've heard great things. It's a crew, and anyway, I do want to read this. This is actually one I might push up the list here. We'll see if I need to just mood read it or something. Then finally on my audiobooks, the last one, Tower of Silence by Larry Correia. This is read by Tim Gerard Reynolds. It's the 4th book in the saga of the Forgotten Warrior. Have I read any of them? No, because I have problems. Have I read some Correia at least? At least I'm trying to get better at not just like buying all the books of authors I haven't read anything of. I've read some Correia and I've liked it. The Grim Noir is so good. It's like Prohibition era superheroes. And it's pretty cool, and it's well explained. I like how there's some good thought process on if you're gonna appear somewhere else, well, what happens? Do you actually appear with what if there's a tree in the way? What if there's stuff in the way? What happens? It's thought out pretty well, so I was like, that's pretty cool. Not to mention just great action and fun. All right, let's get to the main event. Got a couple books here, and then I got the Malazan big from the Broken Binding, the big opening unboxing there. So first things first, I grabbed this. I thought my kids might like it, but I might like it too. It sounds cool. It sounds like a good, a portal fantasy type thing. Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins, author of The Hunger Games, as you well know. Anyway, it was decently priced at Walmart or something, so it's now mine. But I enjoyed The Hunger Games. Good times. I have not tried any of the sequel stuff because I just feel like, did anyone want the perspective of the bad guy? I don't know. I didn't. All right, then I grabbed Gears of War. I actually have the first in this trilogy. This is Jacinto's Remnant by Karen Travis. I'm a big Karen Travis fan. I didn't realize that until I read, Coalition's End. It was a review book I got back in the day, so I've been kind of collecting these. I've barely played the game Gears of War, which is fun. Literally barely, maybe once or twice that I've ever played it. But I really liked the book that I read. But this is just the second. I think I have Asphalt Fields is what it is, I want to say. Yep, I still need to get Anvil's Gate. So anyway, they're good. They're well done. And then I grabbed, because I realized these might be no longer. They're already screwing with the spines on them a little bit, but I realized they may not be published because they started republishing these for the show. But so I grabbed this one, and I have complained in the past at how expensive these are because they're really tiny, and they're still $19, $20. But I just thought it'd be cool because I already have a couple now, and so now I've got 3 total of these, and I need to get more because I'm an addict. But so I figured I'd grab it up, but they've already even switched out the spine is kind of annoying because here's the newest System Collapse. Does not have the little bottom different color there, the yellow. I think there's different colors though in different versions, but anyway. here we are. But they still mostly match, so at least there's that. And I wanted them. They're just so cool. It's a fun series. All right, then in review copy news, I did feature this in a short, but I thought this was so cool. And I realized it's an advanced reading copy because it does not come out yet, or hadn't at the time of this. We'll see. Black Friday. So it is short stories from Africa. Cheryl S. Natumi. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that completely wrong. But anyway, Beyond and Within. Black Friday. So anyway, it's a collection of short stories. It's from Flame Tree Press, distributed by Simon & Schuster, but I think it's such a cool version. Got great, I'm a sucker for, look at this fancy edition with sprayed edges and the little ribbon as the bookmark. Very, very well done. Looking very good. So it's already just makes me want to read it. Anyway, there we go. All right, this is one, as a Dark Tower fan, I realized I never had. But it is Charlie the Choo Choo. I just read it, and it was so good. It's so creepy. If you just really look at the drawings, everything doesn't quite match what the words are saying. It's kind of a heartwarming tale. It's nice. There's one part where you're like, why would you mention that? Stephen King. Beryl Evans is the one. If I were ever to write a children's book, it would be just like this. It says Stephen King about his pen name, Nom de Plume, Beryl Evans. I think that's pretty funny. So good old Stephen King. But anyway, if you see, it's supposed to be laughing kids in the back, but they're actually really crying. And, they're like, Charlie, it's just the little engine that could, almost, not quite. And then you just see his faces throughout it, and you're like, that's creepy. It's supposed to be. And if you've read Dark Tower, then you'll know a little bit. So anyway, I finally caught up on that. I forgot that it even existed for a while. So anyway, I've remedied it. I have it. I don't want my kids to read it. It's too creepy. Not yet. All right, then the main event. This might take some doing. First off, just look at this cool box that they have. I mean, it's literally just printed for Malazan. Look at that. And look at, you got some fighting. You got some more stuff. So pretty cool. They do this. They do this quite well. So anyway, I'm going to open this up. All right, audio might get worse right now. I apologize. I've been having struggles, but I think nothing's blocking it now. As long as I don't wear collared shirts. For some reason, that's been an issue of mine lately. All right, we'll try this. Ready, set, boom. Ooh. All right, so this is my first broken binding, so I'm very excited. Whoa, there's a map of all the maps. Oh, man, that is cool. I guess I didn't know about this. It's a little bent up in the corner, but I'm okay. I can forgive that. Jacuruku, Stratum, a sail. Oh, that's cool. Really cool. All right. Which one is this? It's definitely Gardens of the Moon. Which will now be my, oh my gosh. Let's see, I have the subpress version and now the broken binding, and I have a paperback version, and then I also got a UK version. And what are we up to? Oh my gosh, this is just amazing. Oh, what the heck? This is insane. Okay, that makes sense. What? Oh, this is one of my favorite. Oh my gosh, Animander Rake. Are you kidding me? Ooh, good old Moonspawn. How do they do this? Oh my gosh. Look at the inside there. Back is also just same thing as the front, I think. Oh my gosh. This is insane. There we go. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. All right, book 2. As I say a lot. My favorite Malazan book is usually the book that I'm currently reading. But I will tell you, the Dead House Gates, especially on my reread, this sucker became a big favorite of mine. From the back, oh man, look at that. Thank you, Patrick Leo, for making the art direction so good. He just chose the best. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Get my grubby mitts out of the way here. I cannot wait to look through these, but there's the painted edge there. Wow. And then finally, the biggest of the chunkers. I mean, of the first three. As we all well know. Oh, I did not realize that straight up Kachin Chimal. Right there. Okay, that's cool. All right, Memories of Ice. Probably, arguably my favorite in the series. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is just incredible. Oh man, this scene right here. Wow. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This thing is amazing. What the heck is going on inside? I keep forgetting to look at like the back, which has a different cover. And a cool cover, Steve. Good old Steve. He lets me call him that. Not. Wow. I mean, bit of a spoiler. Whew. Wow. This is incredible. Oh man, I just love it. I'm in love. I just love these so much. Definitely makes me want to reread these like right now. So, and I still need to get back to my reread of the latter part of the series. So anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and we will catch you next time. Bye.